everybody, and welcome back to the world of Fandom Fight. I am your host, the King, Caleb Coho, back again for another episode here in the Summer Series Singles Tournament. And here to call this match with me today is the one, the only, the Hurricane, Kane McMillan. How you doing, Kane?
You know, I'm trying something new with the T-shirt, the button-up, the hat. Yes, you're right. I'm trying to be like Jake Johnson from Jurassic World.
You are 100% right. You really do love that Jurassic Park. With that, we have two really solid competitors coming back into this. Tim Smith, the commissioner, returning to the singles division after that loss in Chicago, 2-1 Kane McMillan, when we announced the 32-person expansion. And he is in it, taking on one of the Rookie of the Year frontrunners, the Arsenal, Albert Wiradharma, one half of Komodo Dragons. This is going to be a really, really fun match, a really entertaining one, and I can't wait to see what happens. I actually really can't predict this match. It could go either way. What do you think, Kane?
Yeah, I think Albert has that geek stuff locked, and then Tim has the stuff that no one likes locked. So it could go any way.
Absolutely, but with that, we'll go ahead and hear what these two guys have to say right now in promos.
So I am back now in the tournament in singles fandom. I am here to prove what I know best in the geekdom. And I have nothing but respect to Tim. I've never played him before. I've heard he likes some stuff which are uncanny to the regular moviegoers. But you know what? I'm not faced by the challenge, and I'm nothing but respect, but I'm here to take him down.
Oh, I wasn't moving for this position to make Cody's job easier. Yeah, so we're here. I feel that Caleb Coho hates me. It's always immovable rock after immovable rock. But, you know, we'll see how this match against Albert goes. And what happens, we'll see. So let's go ahead and get started. Play this. Let's get going.
All right, Tim's saying that I keep putting immovable rocks in his path. Maybe I just have more faith in him than he does. But you know, Tim has shown that he's gone toe-to-toe with some of the best. He's gone toe-to-toe with Kane. He's gone toe-to-toe with Ed. It's going to be interesting how he goes. And, of course, Albert is just Albert. Albert is so nice. I don't really have anything to really say about Albert. But this is going to be a really fun match between the two. What do you think about those promos, Kane?
Yeah, I think this is a match that's going to be very exciting. I don't know who's going to win, and I can't wait to start it. So I think it's time for you to do those introductions.
Absolutely. Introducing first, coming to the ring with a record of 1 win and 3 defeats, representing Ranger Force. He is the commissioner, Tim Smith. And his opponent, coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins and 0 defeats, representing the Komodo Dragons and being the 6th seed in the Summer Series Tournament, Albert, the Arsenal Wiradharma. All right, gentlemen, before round 1 works like this is the whiteboard round. We're going to get 10 questions worth 1 point apiece from 10 different areas within the realm of fandom fights. Should you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
How many Pirates of the Caribbean questions are there?
I did not write it, so 0. All right, we'll get right into your first question in round number 1, which comes in the category of Marvel films outside the MCU. What Marvel hero's real name is Eric Brooks? You know, Marvel, it's a hit or miss category. Very, very hit or miss.
Yeah, because sometimes you can get like a really popular one like Batman or a really unpopular one like Batman Forever.
You know what? 5, 4. You make me sad. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go ahead. We will start with Albert.
I got nothing.
And Tim.
Nothing.
Ooh, looking for Blade. Blade.
Yes. All right. The next question is in the category of Rocky. Who has directed the most amount of Rocky films? Yes. Something my quiz bowl teacher once told me. Always put something because you don't get penalized for guessing wrong.
It's true, and that's a very valuable life lesson when it comes to internet trivia. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tim.
Yes, Sylvester Stallone.
That is correct for a point. And Albert.
Sylvester Stallone.
That is also correct. Both on the board. All right, your third question comes in the category of Pixar films. In Inside Out, what does Joy call the memories that power Riley's islands of personality? I don't love this movie as much as other people, and I don't know why. I saw it once. It's a good movie. I just don't go back to it ever.
Brooklyn just came to Minnesota and killed you.
I know he did.
You've been banned from all sandwiches, and all I'm gonna say is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marker's down.
All right, we'll go to Albert on this one.
I don't know. I wrote on orbs.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Tim.
Shot Dark, Joy Flicks.
That is also incorrect. Looking for core memories. Core memories.
The memories that are core. All right, next category is in scores and soundtracks. What Disney animated film features the following songs? Out There, Someday, and Hellfire.
This is a good soundtrack. It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the soundtrack to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I did too, and you know what? I think it's deserved more love than it got.
You right.
5,
5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right, Tim's
first to repeat.
All right, the question is, which Disney animated film features the following songs? Out There, Someday, and Hellfire. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
Start with Tim.
Hercules.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Albert.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is correct, and Albert takes the lead.
God damn it.
Your fifth question of the round comes in the category of fandom quotes. Fandom quotes. In Star Trek First Contact, which member of Picard's crew told the Borg Queen, believing oneself to be perfect is often the sign of a delusional mind?
That sounds like one of those quotes that you'd see like on an Instagram post, and there'd be like a sunset in the background.
Yeah, that does sound like an Instagram caption. Not gonna lie.
Just don't know what to say. So
No, you're just gonna see like Robert post a Chicago picture with that caption now.
one. Yes, markers down.
We'll go to Albert.
Data.
That is indeed correct. And Tim.
Beta.
That is correct.
All right, the next question is in the category of Worlds of DC.
Dogs barking?
What?
Is it dogs barking, the category?
Yes, Worlds of DC. Who plays Barry Allen?
The dogs barking was indeed the allegory of the current state of the Worlds of DC.
Man, who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? But Shazam is great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Tim.
Ezra Miller.
That is correct. And Albert.
Ezra Miller.
That is correct. Maintaining that 1 point lead as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of Jurassic Park. In The Lost World, Jurassic Park, who plays a documentarian named Nick? Newly minted category here in the Summer Series tournament.
You think there's any dogs in Jurassic Park?
I'm sure there's somewhere, maybe once, someone's going to go through and ask that as a fandom question.
I don't know. 5, 4, and they're back again. 3, 2, 1.
Give a treat.
Markers down.
We'll go to Albert first on this one.
Jason Clarke.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Tim.
Vince Vaughn.
That is correct and ties the game. Big pull.
All right, let's hopefully I got this piece in quiet. Nope, just kidding. Caleb, you're going to take this one.
All right. I'm going to proctor your next question as well in the category of Star Wars. Films not set in the world of Star Trek. What planet is the clone army being created on in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones? Many would call this the worst Star Wars film. I would have to say that the animated one is still worse.
Star Wars.
He's not wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
All right, we'll go to Tim.
Camino.
That is correct. And Albert.
Camino.
And we are still tied. Still tied.
All right, your next question is in the category of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What 2 MCU films open up in Washington, D.C.?
This is a great question. Great question.
I asked the champion Robert Parker, and he missed both of them.
Oh, really? I got one of them, so I did better than him.
He was like, I'm an idiot. I'm like, yes.
Yes, you are.
4, 3, 2, 1. Cody will not
Repeat.
next week. Ooh, that was already after Tim.
Yeah, we have to take that was after time. We can't. Yeah.
I said it right when he said 1, and he went to his Cody thing.
Which means it was done.
Whatever.
Okay, we'll go to Albert.
I only wrote on Winter Soldier.
That would be one of them, and Tim.
Yeah, that's why I had with Winter Soldier. Whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, both got one catch record. The Winter Soldier. The other one is Ant-Man. Ant-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's not me too. All right, and your final question of the round comes in the category of Middle Earth. Middle Earth. What is the true name of the King's Jewel, the precious gem of the dwarves in the Hobbit trilogy? I'm proud of myself. I did get this one right, but it took me a minute. And we got a thumbs up from the dog barker. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Tim.
Arkenstone.
That is correct. And Albert.
Arkenstone.
That is correct. And at the end of round number 1, we are all tied up at 6 apiece. Really strong round from both competitors. And it's not over yet as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round. It works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can go to multiple choice, but it devalues the point down to being only worth 1. If you don't like the category you land on the first time, you will be allowed to spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. Tim, you have 2 repeats. Albert, you have 3 remaining. Albert, you are the higher seed in this situation. Would you like to go first or defer to Tim?
I'll defer.
All right, Tim, so you'll be going first. Kane, the category on the wheels tonight are in front of you, and the spin is away. It's Wizarding World. Would you like to keep Wizarding World or spin again, Tim?
Oh, let's begin.
Spin again, all right. And the category you'll be taking tonight is Fast and Furious. That is big. That is big indeed.
All right, Tim, your first question in the Fast and the Furious is, you will find the team of the Red Dragons in what Fast and Furious film? I can repeat that because I stumbled. You will find the team of the
Yes, please do.
You will find the team of the Red Dragons in what Fast and Furious film? Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious 6, or The Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, the next question is, Taj tells Brian he has how many minutes to get to the race at the start of Too Fast, Too Furious?
4 minutes.
That is correct for 2 points.
Big 2 points. Wow.
All right, the next question is, what Game of Thrones actress plays Ramsay in the Fast and the Furious series?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Sophie Turner, B, Lena Headey, C, Nathalia Emmanuel, or D, Natalia Tena?
Can you repeat the options again for me?
Yes, is it A, Sophie Turner, B, Lena Headey, C, Nathalia Emmanuel, or D, Natalia Tena? Five.
C.
What was that?
C.
C as in
Charlie.
is correct for a point. All right, your fourth question is: Safar sold the flash drive containing God's Eye to a prince from what country in Furious 7?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Jordan, B, Iraq, C, Egypt, or D, the United Arab Emirates?
United Arab Emirates.
That is incorrect. Albert for a 1-point steal.
Oh.
Can you repeat the options again?
Yes, is it A, Jordan, B, Iraq, C, Egypt, or D, the United Arab Emirates?
Jordan?
That is correct for a point. He sold it to a Jordanian prince.
Jordanian. Yeah.
All right, last question in Fast and Furious, Tim. Who saved Vince from the truck driver in the Fast and the Furious?
Oh, me. Well, Brian saves him and throws him while Mia's driving, but Brian jumps on there and saves him.
You broke up really bad there.
Oh, sorry. Brian jumps on and saves him while Mia's driving the vehicle, but it's Brian mostly.
Yes, Brian is correct for 2 points. All right, and after that, Tim has increased his lead to 12, and Albert is at 7. Caleb, can you confirm?
Yes, indeed. Tim improving his score and having an impressive round of Fast and Furious. As Albert, you're going to get just to spin the wheel.
And your spin is in, and it lands on the category of Rocky. Would you like to keep it or spin?
I'll spin again.
Both
All
players
right.
spinning again. Interesting strategy.
And it lands on opponent's choice.
Ooh.
Tim, do you need the
See the categories, King?
Yes, you have
Yeah, let me see
Star
the
Trek,
categories.
Star Trek, Pixar, MCU, Rocky, DC, and Wizarding World.
If we're gonna die by the sword, let's go out with two of my favorite categories. I already had Fast. Let's go Star Trek.
All right, Star Trek it is. I will ask your questions in Star Trek, Albert. All right, your first question in Star Trek, Albert, is what's the name of Data's cat in the Next Generation Star Trek films? Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Mr. Whiskers, B, Spot, C, Sir Pounce, or D, Checkers?
C, Sir Pounce.
That is incorrect. Tim for a 1-point steal.
It would be Spot.
Spot is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, the next question in Star Trek, Albert, is the Enterprise crew is doing a surveillance mission on what planet at the start of Star Trek Into Darkness?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Nibiru, B, Prenorth 9, C, Nexus 12, or D, Pakuni?
B.
You said B as in boy?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Tim for 1 point steal.
Nibiru. A.
Nibiru is correct for 1 point. Your next question, Albert, is who was the previous captain of the Enterprise before Kirk took control in Star Trek the Motion Picture? And we're just looking for like their main name. We don't need full name.
Multiple choice again.
All right, is it A, Spock, B, Decker, C, Sonak, or D, Alia? Alia, that's it. Five.
Decker.
Decker is correct for 1 point.
It's a big point for Albert.
Your penultimate question, as Caleb likes to say. Which Star Trek film has a villain who commands a ship called the Scimitar and has a sensitivity to sound?
I feel like when it comes to names.
Scimitar. Robert wrote this question.
Scimitar.
I will read that for you because I butchered it. Which Star Trek film has a villain who commands a ship called the Scimitar and has a sensitivity to sound? There you go. Five, 4, 3.
Star Trek Nemesis.
That is correct for 2 points.
That is a big 2 points.
And your final question is, who plays Jayla, the alien who habited the USS Franklin in Star Trek Beyond? Five.
Sofia Boutella.
That is correct for another 2 points. And that is the end of round number 2. And I have Albert at 12 and Tim is at 14.
Albert was able to fight through, get himself a nice lead, only down by 2 as we get into round number 3, which is the betting round. It works like this. We are going to give you the category. You are going to tell us how many points you would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If you get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We go until someone's mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
All right, then your first category that you can bet points on is fandom quotes. How many points would you like to bet on fandom quotes?
And just to confirm the score, that was right?
Yep, 14-12.
Tim is in the lead going into round 3. All right,
Tim, how many are you betting?
0.
All right, and Albert?
1.
All right, now we're trying to make up ground. Your question in fandom quotes. What Jurassic Park actor says the line, "If their genetic code was pure, many of them would look quite different, but you didn't ask for reality, you asked for more teeth"?
and to clarify, we did ask for the actor. So there's no confusion. This is turning out to be a really great match.
Yep, barn burner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark this down.
All right, Albert, what you got?
BD Wong.
That is indeed correct for a point. And Tim, did you have any guesses?
Nope.
All right, still maintaining a 1 point lead.
All right, your next category is in Disney animation. How many points do you want to get? Bet on the mouse that is animated.
Has there ever been a live action Mickey Mouse? That's my question.
At Disney World. All right.
You're right.
Albert, how many points are you betting?
1.
1.
And Tim?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Your question is, who is the practice dummy for Simba when Mufasa was teaching him how to pounce in The Lion King?
Now here's a real question for you. Is the one coming out this year animated or live action?
Don't say a flippin' word.
Compared to the original, it's nothing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. We're gonna change it up and start with Tim.
Was it Zazu?
It was Zazu and Albert.
Zazu.
Zazu, and we have a tie game.
Tie game, all tied up at 14 as we get into your third question, which is in the category of DC. How many points would you like to bet on DC?
Tie game.
Tie game, this is getting really close. Really, really close.
Win.
I really don't know. All right. Go ahead and get bets. Tim, how many points are you betting on DC?
1.
All right. And Albert, how many betting on DC?
1.
All right. 1 point all the way around. Your question in the category of DC. Who plays Rorschach in Watchmen? I really do enjoy the Ultimate Cut of Watchmen.
If one of the competitors hit and the other misses, it'll be a 2-point game. If both hit or both miss, we're still tied.
Still tied. This is a barn burner.
And it's exciting.
5,
4,
4. God. We're so in sync.
1. Markers down.
We'll go ahead. We'll go to Albert.
I wrote on Billy Crudup.
That is incorrect.
It's incorrect. Loss of 1. We'll go to Tim.
I didn't have it.
Also a loss of 1. Looking for Jackie Earl Haley. Jackie Earl Haley.
All right. The next category is in Star Trek. How many points are you going to bet on Star Trek?
You know, this is a strength for Tim, but we also have seen a really solid skill set of Albert in Star Trek so far. So, we'll see.
All right. Gonna ask for you guys' bets. Albert, how much are you betting?
1.
1. And Timothy.
1.
What was that?
1.
1.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Your question is Star Trek. What is the home planet of Lieutenant Alia that we meet in Star Trek the Motion Picture? Did I pronounce that right, Caleb?
I think so.
Okay.
Star Trek names have never totally been my specialty.
You're right. It's more Middle Earth.
100%. Always. Still tied at 13. This is very, very big.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. We'll start with Tim.
This is I just bet 1. I just took a guess with Ivana.
That is
That's incorrect.
incorrect. And we'll go to Albert.
Definitely wrong. Zendar.
That is also not correct. Looking for Delta 4. Delta 4.
All right. 12 points apiece.
12 points apiece. It all comes down to this question, which is in the category of James Bond. How many points would you like to bet on James Bond?
Depending how this betting goes, we could go to sudden death.
We could go to sudden death.
I'm going to make a sudden death graphic, aren't I?
Might have to make a sudden death graphic. We'll have to see.
Sudden death. All right. Albert, how many points are you betting?
0.
Oh, and Tim.
That's 0.
We are going to sudden death. This is purely for stats purposes.
Oh, God.
Your question in the category of James Bond. In 2006's Casino Royale, who plays Vesper Lind, an agent turned love interest for James Bond? Sudden death. It was exciting.
Yeah, as I tried to prepare everything.
We'll go ahead. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tim, do you have a guess?
Some lady.
That is technically correct, but incorrect. Albert.
The only Bond film I've ever seen more than once, Eva Green.
And if Albert had bet a point, he would have won the match, but we are going to sudden death. And it works just like round 1, and you will not lose any points if you get it wrong, but it is basically if you get it first one to hit and first one to miss, wins the game. Okay, do we have our sudden death questions?
Yeah.
Does the repeats still allow?
Yep, whatever repeats you have, roll over. So Tim, you still have 2 repeats, and Albert, you have
3.
Okay.
All right. I will be asking all of this because Caleb has none.
Yep.
All right. Your first category is in the category of Fast and Furious. All right. The question is, when Ramsey is surveying the team in Furious 7, she refers to Dom as Alpha, Letty as Mrs. Alpha, but what does she refer to Roman as?
good question. Good match into sudden death. This is intense.
This might as well be March because this is madness.
You're right.
All right. I'm going to give you guys a 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark this down. We'll start with Albert.
I don't know, skinny?
And then we'll go to Tim.
Beta.
And we're going to the next question. We were looking for Joker. She referred to him.
Ah.
All right. The next question is in the category of Marvel, non-MCU. All right. The question is, in the Kingsman series, Eggsy is dating the princess from what European country?
This is intense. This is crazy.
Right. It's insane. It's crazy. It's only round 1, and this is the 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Tim.
I just guessed Denmark.
I'm gonna go to Albert.
Sweden?
And your winner, advancing to the Sweet 16, Albert, the Arsenal Wiradharma. It was indeed Sweden. That is an incredible match. Incredible match.
I know. It was insane. Like we said at the beginning, we didn't know who was going to win it. Apparently, the Fates didn't know because we went to sudden death. And came down to Princess in Sweden. And Albert is going on to the Sweet 16.
Absolutely. Wow. What a match. Both played their hearts out. Tim really played a great game. It just didn't quite go his way again. It came down to sudden death. Tim has always shown that he's one of the top players, just one of the best players that can't quite close it. And Albert is now 3-0, which is an incredible start. And that definitely solidifies him in the Rookie of the Year campaign, in my opinion. We'll go ahead. We'll get into some post-match interviews, starting with our winner, Albert, 3-0, and in the second round of the tournament. How do you feel?
Oh man, I'm just my heart is still pounding so hard right now. I'm not even joking. That is the toughest match I've played thus far. Nothing but respect to Tim. He put a hell of a match, and I'm just relieved that it's over because that was just heart-wrenching all the way till the very end.
Absolutely. With that, this win, you do move on to the next round, and there's the potential for you to be facing either Mr. Eli McKegg or Jake Marangoni. Of those two, who would you rather face in the next round?
I don't mind either. Although I believe Jake was Henry's teammate, right? So you know what? I defeated Henry. Let's see if Jake wins, let's see if I can defeat him.
I like it. I like the spunk in you. But yeah, congratulations on a win. Congratulations on being 3-0, and we will see you in the next round. We'll go over to our unfortunate loser today, Tim. You played it yet again, another really great match. Took it into sudden death. You showed knowledge in both the categories that were your strengths that were able to come up in round 2. How do you feel about your performance overall?
That's another loss on there, going now to, what is it, 1-4, Caleb?
That is unfortunately correct. Yes, 1-4.
Probably at this point, for singles, I'm going to retire because I'd have to go on a 3-game winning streak just to even go to 500. So I'll play with RJ for as long as he wants in teams, but I think this is probably going to be the end of singles.
That is unfortunate, but completely understandable. You have definitely demonstrated that you know how to play the game and that you're good at it. Just can't quite close it. But yeah, we do know that Ranger Force is in the team tournament. Then, is that where your sights are set on then for the remainder of the season as teams?
Yeah, like I said, I'll play with RJ until he decides he doesn't want to play anymore, or we split up the team. But yeah, I think that'd be the only real place you probably see me playing for Fandom anymore, because singles was an absolute train wreck in 5 games. So, well, 6 if you count the play-in, but yeah. So we'll probably retire from there and then just focus on teams, see where that goes.
All right. Well, again, you played a really solid game. It's sad to see you go, but we look forward to seeing you in teams from here on out. We will throw it back to Kane at the desk for his final thoughts.
Yeah, I thought this was a great match. I think whoever Albert plays next needs to look at this and realize he was a very strong competitor. He got opponent's choice and brought it to sudden death. It was a great match. It's sad to see Tim leave. I can't wait to see Ranger people back into the team tournament, and it's exciting. This tournament's great, and this is just one of the first matches that we'll have in a plethora of great matches.
That is absolutely correct. But with that, that's going to do it for us. That has been Albert. That has been Tim. That has been Kane. I am in Caleb. And this has been Fandom Fight, another edition of the Summer Series Tournament. We have a whole lot more, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys very soon.